I'm also having some toast. This is gluten-free. I think it's from Costco. And then I'm just having eggs with some ham for breakfast. I'm trying to do more protein first thing in the morning because I definitely notice it helps with like my moodiness. And if I start to feel like really overwhelmed. Hey, that one's mine. No. I definitely noticed that having protein in the morning really helps, and carbs. I'm definitely like a carb person. I also have been really trying to limit my dairy because I just notice less bloating, less digestion issues, less breakouts when I'm not doing dairy. So I used to have like cheese or ice cream, not a lot of milk. I almost always just do almond milk, but I was more like lax about having it in like a coffee or something like that. Ever since kind of limiting it, I definitely feel like I notice way less bloating, as well as gluten. I've really been limiting my gluten lately, just doing basically like gluten-free bread. I still do eggs, like I have no reactions to eggs it looks like, but I just noticed like when I'm eating a lot more of like gluten and dairy, I notice a lot more breakouts, a lot more bloating, a lot more moodiness. So this is gonna be breakfast, and then we are gonna get into this reset. I have so much to do today.
We're going to the mountains.
Yep, we're going to the mountains. We're going to the mountains in just a couple of days, and it's also the start of a new month. So we have a lot to do, a lot to reset. Very excited. I'm gonna take you guys along with me, show you everything I'm getting done. I also need to get a workout in. We've been sick the last couple of days, so I've only gotten like a workout in once a week when I've been feeling up to it. Just had like kind of like a head cold go through the whole family, and somehow I got it twice because mom life. So feeling good today. Still feel like a little bit of hoarseness, but I don't like, it doesn't hurt or anything. So I'm definitely feel like I'm in a good spot to work out today. So we're gonna do that. I already fed the kids some breakfast. I made them scrambled eggs with a little bit of cheese. I made them scrambled eggs with a little bit of cheese and some blackberries. And then this is gonna be my breakfast. They're also having some of this smoothie because I knew they would want some. I put this Culturella probiotic in their drinks. I gave them each a packet. I like putting it in smoothies. I've put it in their water and they literally never like complain about it or taste it. I really like the Mary Ruth's probiotic too, and I do feel like that one's a little bit more easy to take daily just because you literally can just like drop it in their mouth.
It's not working.
And honestly, I think those are really good in a pinch, and it's nice because they don't have to be refrigerated or anything, which Mary Ruth's doesn't either, but I think this one is just like the packet, having it be a packet is just a tiny bit more of a barrier to entry versus a versus the ones that's literally in the dropper, because that's just like so easy. I can literally like drop it into their mouth when I'm giving them their other vitamins, versus this one you do have to put on top of like food or mix into their applesauce or mix into their water, which again, totally fine. I just have to kind of like, again, it's just a little bit more work. Today we have a lot to do, so let's get right into it. First thing I'm gonna do is start by cleaning the house. There's so much that needs to be done, so I'm not gonna take you guys through absolutely everything I'm doing, but I will take you guys through some of it. They're literally spraying smoothie all over the place. Guys, chill. Okay, I'm also gonna take my supplements real quick because I've been trying to take these more in the morning. So first one I'm taking is one of these Super B complex, the riboflavin, which is B2 or B12, I can't remember. I think it's B2. And then thiamine, vitamin C, B6, folate, B12, biotin 30, pantothenic acid, and calcium. So I'm gonna take one of these, and I'm also gonna take some D3. This one is 2,000 IU per gel. I'm actually supposed to take closer to 5,000, but I'm almost out, so I'm only taking 4 today. And then I'm also gonna take my probiotic, which this one you take, I think you're supposed to take once a day. But this one was Cambria Joy recommended these ones, so I used her code for it. And I really like them. I don't notice any like tummy issues with them. Like they're not too strong where I get like a stomach ache or anything. And you don't have to have them refrigerated, which I like too. No, don't get into those. The last one is these Needed vitamins, and these ones I think you're supposed to take 3 per day. I only take 1, so. But I really like them, and again, don't notice any tummy issues or anything, so. There's a lot to do. There's rice from a sensory bin activity all over the floor. There's a lot to do today and very little time, so let's get into it. Just keeping it real. This is the reality of toddlers. Like food with kids has been really tricky lately. Jules used to be such a good eater, but now she's a little bit more on the picky side. And Zoe's always kind of been a hard eater. She kind of prefers just like a couple of particular meals, which like she'll eat those really good, but everything else she's kind of picky with, and she really hates sitting still and eating at the table. She hates her high chair. She wants to like sit on top of the table. She wants to run around. It's just really, really tough. So I've noticed that bringing like the little table where they can just stand really tends to help them. So I have like the little IKEA table, and I put their breakfast or their lunch in there and let them sit there. We do try to do dinner at the table as a family, so that's like one that we're kind of more strict about. So today they were hungry and we're getting ready to go down for naps, so I did just put like a little snack plate. Also, I just tried out doing these apricots. I got these from Costco. This is what they look like, and they have probiotics, and Jules liked them. Zoe, I'm not sure if she ate them or not, to be honest. They are a little chewy, so I think if you have younger kids you may want to cut them up, but both my kids have most of their teeth and like are pretty good with everything, so they're running around the living room. So I feel like okay letting them have these, and they're really nice and soft. I do think as they get like more stale, you may have to like be more careful because they'll be a bit chewier. So now I'm gonna put them down for naps, and I'll have a couple of hours to myself. So I'm I'm going to get a quick workout in. I decided just to stop where I'm at with the cleaning and take a break, get a workout in because the kids are napping, and this is my only opportunity to get some movement in uninterrupted this evening. So that is what we're gonna do, and I feel like that has been a huge game changer for my health and wellness journey, is just like if I have a moment to do something for myself or to clean the house, I do try to prioritize doing something for myself, because I think a lot of times I would always just be like, well, there's more cleaning to be done. There's always more cleaning to be done. I would think like, oh, I'll just prep dinner, or I'll do that project I've been meaning to do. And I would just like put off working out, or put off, you know, making myself a healthy lunch or whatever it is. And that change, just deciding like, you know what, no, nap time is for me. Nap time is a time for me to rejuvenate. I can always do the housework later, or maybe it doesn't get done today. Maybe the mopping just doesn't get done today. Like whatever it is, it can wait a lot of times. And I feel like when I take the time for myself to put in that 30 minutes of movement, I'm just a way better mom, way better wife. And realistically, that's what my family cares about is, and what I care about is being a better wife and mom. And it doesn't matter if my house is 100% perfect. Even though I am somebody who loves having a clean house, I'm very minimalist. I like having things clean. I like having things tidy. But at the same time, it's not the top priority anymore. And making sure that I get my movement in, that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna get a quick 30-minute workout in. I also am going to film it for YouTube. So this workout will probably be up before this video is up. So I'll link it up here if it's up already. But I think the last work I did was total body. So I'm kind of feeling upper body today. So I think I'm gonna do an upper body workout. And I am actually somebody who really likes upper body. I feel like a lot of girls don't like upper body and they prefer legs, and leg workouts are definitely the most popular on my channel. So I love doing those too, but today I'm kind of feeling upper body. So I'm gonna get some water and jump right into it. Okay, so workout is done. I did a little bit of a costume change because I decided to do a second workout so that I was a little bit ahead on my filming because we're going out of town this weekend. So I was like, I know I need to get a little bit more filming done. So I shot a second workout, just a short like ab circuit. But now I think I'm going to sit down and plan out my workouts for next month, because I recently got a gym membership for a treadmill, because I have a treadmill, except the weather in Colorado has been a little bit finicky. So it's been like, we'll have days where it's like extremely cold. The mornings are like typically really, really cold. And we've been getting a ton of snow, which is not ideal for running in. Definitely doable, but when you have little kids, it's not the safest. So I have decided just to get a gym membership to train for the spring so that I'm ready to go for May. We're hopefully doing a marathon over Memorial Day weekend, which I'm really excited about. So that's kind of the game plan. It's going to be up in Buena Vista. I believe it's called the Spirit Run or the Spirit Trail, but I'm so excited about it. It's kind of like my celebration for my 30th birthday, and it'll be the first marathon I've completed. I was trained for a marathon back in 2020. We had trained basically for about 4 months, and then COVID hit. And so then we unfortunately were not able to do our race, and then I got pregnant with my first baby. So I just never was able to get back into it after that. We just were busy having babies and doing things. So this is gonna be very exciting, getting to do my first marathon this summer. So that being said though, I have a marathon plan that I'm sticking to, so I'll show you guys that next. I'm doing the Hansen's Marathon Method, and I read this book before. It's super, super great. I highly recommend it. I actually like listened to it, but I got the physical copy as well. It's got really great cross-training exercises. It has appendixes with like all the different terms and things. It's super helpful, and it's got lots of different programs that you can do. So there's like a just finish, a beginner program, an intermediate program, and then an advanced program. And it also has ones for if you're trying to like be elite and cut off like certain time and things like that. It's got all of the programs for that. So very, very helpful. It's got supplemental training, nutrition, everything you could possibly need. So I'm going through this again, but the program that I'm gonna start with most likely is the Just Finish. And the reason I'm doing this one is this is gonna be my first marathon ever. So I'm just doing the Just Finish program just so that it's simple for my brain right now, because that's what I feel like I'm lacking capacity, is not so much my physical capabilities, but more my mental capabilities. I just don't have a ton of time to like pay attention to how long certain runs are, or like what pace I'm keeping and things like that. So the Just Finish is really simple and made for people who are just starting their starting their running journey. Basically the game plan, I'll put it up here, but basically the game plan is Monday is a cross train day or a rest day. Cross training just means doing like other workouts that support your running. So it's doing something instead of running. So this could be doing just like, you know, a workout at home or weight training or whatever. They also have recommendations here in the book, but I'm most likely just gonna be doing my own program. And then on Tuesday is an easy 2-mile run, and the runs do go up each week as you increase, and you have to like increase your mileage. Wednesday is a cross train or rest day. Thursday is an easy 3-mile run. Friday is a rest or cross train day. Saturday is an easy 3-mile, and then Sunday is an easy 4-mile. So the mileage goes up each week. So it goes from 12 to 16 to 21 miles and so on. I will be doing basically Monday, Wednesday, Friday as cross training days with a rest day in there somewhere. Like one of those days will be a rest day, and the other days will be run days. So I'm very excited about that, and I think that's gonna work really well for me. If you guys would like to see more behind the scenes of my running journey and training for the marathons, I am planning on vlogging a lot of it. But if you wanna see like more in depth, or have me answer questions about it, or just like, you know, have more of an in-depth video on that, I would love to do that. So let me know in the comments if that's something you'd be interested in. Then as far as nutrition goes, I started having ButcherBox delivered, which was totally a game changer. I don't know why I didn't think that that would be a game changer, but it totally was. I normally would get our like meat from Costco, but I just was looking for something that was higher quality meats from like locally sourced places, or places that were at least sourced ethically and where you know what farms they're coming from. And I was just looking for something that was gonna be a healthier source of meat. Like, it's been on our radar for a really long time. And then Brinley Joyner talked about ButcherBox, and she tried it out, and that kind of like piqued my interest. And I was just surprised by how affordable it was. I literally thought it was gonna be so much more expensive than what Costco was, and it's actually literally the same, if not a little bit more affordable. So very excited about that. So far the meat's been amazing. We're actually making a dish tonight. I'm making like a pineapple beef and broccoli for dinner with like some rice ramen. And so nutrition's been going actually really well. Because we got ButcherBox, I feel like I've been able to stay on budget better, because I know how much meat I have to use for a given amount of time and how much that meat costs, versus having to be like, oh, I need steak tonight and then going and buying steak, or I need chicken tonight and going and buying chicken, or what have you. So very excited about that. I'm really happy with how that worked out. And I've been using actually ChatGPT to like meal prep, and like meal plan. And basically I'll say like, here's the different cuts of meats and then that I'm ordering, can you make some meals with this? And then it will tell me like the meals to make. So like one night we did like these like carnitas, like steak carnitas. It was really good. Another night we did something like this. It was like a beef and broccoli. So it's been really helpful, just helping me like kind of meal plan out and giving me like some new ideas, as well as like snacks and things like that. But again, my game plan, I kind of talked about this morning. I'm trying to limit the amount of gluten and dairy I've been having, because I just feel much better without it. So limiting the amount of gluten and dairy. And then I'm also really trying to limit my sugar intake. I've gotten like very bad about having just too much sugar. I am a little bit of an addict right now. And so that's something I'm really trying to cut back on, and trying to alternate into like more natural sweeteners like honey or monk fruit, stevia, things like that, that are just not going to spike my cortisol levels and my insulin levels as much. Looking more into that, so stay tuned. I might do like a whole video on that. But that's a little bit of the behind the scenes on nutrition. As always, we're trying to like limit the amount of time we're eating out for money reasons, and then also just because it's healthier to eat at home. And then also I'm really trying to limit the amount of prepackaged snacks. So Christmas was actually a good time for me to get like kind of into like making some snacks and treats at home. We made this like, I made a video about like different Pinterest recipes, and we made this like date Snickers bark. It was so good. We literally just finished the last of it, because it was just like the perfect little like pick me up, like especially after dinner. So I'm gonna make more of that, and just try to make more things like that that are just like healthy, easy, quick snacks and desserts that will be sustaining and healthy versus prepackaged and going out and buying stuff, going out and buying ice cream, things like that, trying to make stuff more at home that is a little bit healthier. That's everything in a nutshell. Now I'm going to fix up dinner and we are gonna get on with the rest of our evening. Yeah. Yeah.
So like there's no having
about to give it the taste test. He said it was really hot. It's really good. It's good with the ramen. I'm not used to doing ramen in something like this. I always do rice, but we did rice ramen in this instead. So yummy. Okay, so we are gonna finish our dinner and then we are off to Bible study. But I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.